I crave more than just the physical. I want every love of you, the hidden pieces, the damaged parts, the dreams you never say aloud. I don't want just your body. I want the version of you that only appears when you feel safe enough to fall apart in my hands. I crave your fears, your laughter, your silence, your chaos, everything you guard like a secret. I want to love without hesitation. The physical is easy, but I want the impossible parts of you, the ones you think no one could ever hold without breaking. I want a love where your soul recognizes mine long before our bodies ever meet in the dark. I don't just want to touch your skin, I want to touch your memories, your heartbreak, your healing, your rebirth. I crave the version of you that only comes out at 2 a.m., when your voice softens and your honesty becomes unstoppable. I want the love you're scared to give, the kind that feels like surrender, like trust, like home. Your body attracts me, yes, but it's your spirit that keeps pulling me deeper, refusing to let me go. I crave the way your soul speaks, the way your heart hides, the way your eyes reveal everything you try so hard to bury. I want the love you whisper into pillows at night, the love you think no one deserves, not even yourself. I crave all the versions of you, the wild one, the broken one, the healed one, and the one you're still becoming. I don't want temporary moments. I want the full truth of who you are, even the parts that scare you. I crave the humanness in you, the trembling, the desire, the hesitation, the courage to still choose me anyway. I want the conversations that last until daylight, the confessions you've never spoken, the dreams you're scared to chase. I crave a connection where our bodies are just the doorway, and the real love begins somewhere deeper than touch. I want to know how you break, how you heal, how you love, because I want to love you in all three states. I crave your emotional weather, the storms, the sunshine, the quiet after the rain, every shift, every mood. I want the kind of intimacy where you don't have to pretend, where your soul can finally breathe out. I crave the parts of you no one ever asks about, the stories, the wounds, the reasons you guard your heart so fiercely. I want the love that grows in silence, in understanding, in forgiveness, not just in the fire of physical closeness. I crave you in ways that cannot be touched, only felt, like gravity, like destiny, like truth. I want to love you where it hurts, where it heals, where it transforms you into someone softer, stronger, freer. I crave the heart that beats behind your ribs, the one that's been bruised but still believes in something real. I want to meet the child you once were, the adult you're fighting to become, and the soul that has always been searching. I crave the intimacy of your thoughts, the vulnerability of your stories, the universe inside your quiet moments. I want a love where even silence speaks louder than desire, because our souls already know each other. I crave you beyond touch, beyond time, beyond anything the physical world could ever define. I want to be the one who listens to the things you don't say, who understands the things you fear, who stays. I crave the love that grows slowly, deeply, silently, like roots wrapping around each other underground. I want your raw honesty more than your polished perfection, because it's your truth that makes you breathtaking. I crave the version of you that appears when you finally stop running and allow yourself to be seen. I want to love you like a mirror, showing you the beauty you ignore, the strength you forget, the softness you hide. I crave the energy between us, the pull, the tension, the unspoken promise that we are meant for more. I want every emotion you've ever buried, every tear you've swallowed, every wish you abandoned. I crave the connection that feels like destiny, messy, overwhelming, but undeniably real. I want the way your voice cracks when you talk about something that matters to you. I crave the moment you realize I'm not here for your perfect days. I'm here for all of them. I want to explore your mind like a map full of unknown places, hidden paths, and secret meanings. I crave the trust it takes for you to hand me your heart without knowing if I'll break it or protect it. I want the parts of you that feel too heavy for you to carry alone. I crave the nights where we talk about life, death, dreams, fears, everything people run away from. I want to love you past the surface, past the fear, past the walls you built for survival. I crave the look in your eyes when you let yourself feel instead of pretend. I want the kind of love that changes how you breathe, how you trust, how you see the world. I crave your presence in ways no touch can satisfy, your energy, your truth, your soul. I want the intimacy of knowing your scars, not judging them, just loving the story they tell. I crave the love you're afraid to give, the love you guard like a wound, the love that aches even when you hide it. I want to unravel you slowly, not to expose your weaknesses, but to show you how beautiful your truth really is. I crave the moment you let your walls crack open, and I finally see the softness you pretend doesn't exist. I want every emotion you've ever silenced, every confession you swallowed, every dream you tucked away for later. I crave the heartbeat under your ribs, the one that's been waiting for someone who understands its language. I want to love you in the places you've never been touched, your soul, your doubts, your unspoken fears. I crave not just your presence, but your surrender. The moment you stop running and realize I'm not your enemy. I want the version of you that breaks down at night and rebuilds in the morning like nothing happened. I crave the truth you keep locked behind your eyes, the stories you refuse to relive, the pain you try to bury. I want to know the way your heart moves when it feels seen, held, and finally understood. I crave the depth of you, the corners of your mind where no one has ever knocked or dared to enter. I want the love that scares you because it demands honesty, vulnerability, and a new version of yourself. I crave the feelings you hide behind your anger, the longing behind your distance, the longing you refuse to name. I want your trust, the kind that is given slowly, carefully, but wholeheartedly once it arrives. I crave the soul behind your smiles, the truth behind your sarcasm, the hope behind your fears. I want the way you look at the world when you think no one is watching. Raw, soft, beautifully human. I crave the connection where our hearts talk louder than our voices ever could. I want to hear your unfiltered thoughts, the ones you silence because you think they're too much. I crave the moment you let me see the cracks in your strength, the tenderness in your chaos. I want the parts of you that feel too messy, too complicated, too heavy. Those are the ones I'll love the most. I crave your quiet moments, the softness you hide behind your confidence, the innocence beneath your fire. I want the kind of intimacy where even the way you breathe tells me what your heart is feeling. I crave the nights when you finally let yourself be vulnerable enough to admit you need someone too. I want to hold your doubts gently, not to fix them, but to show you you're not alone in them. I crave the electricity between us, the pull that refuses to fade even on the hardest days. I want to meet the version of you that emerges when you feel completely safe and seen. I crave the silence with you just as much as the passion, because even your quiet feels like home. I want your tears, not as sorrow, but as truth, proof that your heart still feels deeply. I crave the moment when you finally stop pretending you don't want someone to stay. I want the rawness you hide under layers of strength, the softness you don't show the world. I crave a love that feels like understanding, like patience, like two souls finally recognizing each other. I want to read the chapters of you that you've never shown anyone because they felt too dark. I crave the intensity of your love, not the physical desire, but the soul-deep connection beneath it. I want your heartbeat pressed against mine during the moments when the world feels too heavy. I crave the way your spirit lights up when you talk about something you secretly care about. I want to love you with a tenderness that reminds you not everything in life has to hurt. I crave the truths you whisper only when you think no one is listening. I want to understand the language of your silence and the meaning behind your pauses. I crave the version of you that believes love is still possible, even after everything. I want to love you beyond your expectations, beyond your fears, beyond everything you thought love could be. I crave the moment when you finally choose connection over fear and let me in completely. I want to see your soul glow when it realizes it's finally safe. I crave the depth of emotion you've been too scared to share, the longing you've kept hidden. I want to walk through every shadow with you, not to rescue you, but to stand beside you. I crave the version of you that doesn't perform, pretend, or hide, the real, raw, vulnerable you. I want to be the person your heart trusts enough to collapse into without fear of breaking. I crave the kind of love where even your wounds feel seen, held, and understood. I want to be the quiet strength you reach for when the world demands too much from you. I crave your emotional honesty, the truth you reveal when your guard finally falls. I want the love that grows deeper every time we unravel another layer of each other. I crave the bond where our souls speak in a language only we understand.